tutorial helps you with choosing what ball to use and when to use it on what lane conditions. So this is going to be really cool. Alright guys, so there's a few terms that I want you to know that I'm going to use in this video. So first, we have light, which means that I hit on the right side of the 1-3 pocket, and for left-handers it's just the opposite for all of them. Then there's Brooklyn, which is meaning that for right-handers that you would hit on the left side. And then also the 1-3 pocket, which is ideal for strikes for right-handers, and then left it would just be a 1-2 pocket. You're going to use a 1-pin no matter what. Here's some oil on a lane. Just keep in mind, every time you go bowling, a lot of the really good bowlers know about this, but there's going to be an invisible layer of oil on the lane. And so what that does is it causes the bowling balls to react differently. They can be long and slide, where the bowling ball doesn't hook as much, or they can be short and really just take off like a rocket ship and hook so much. But in this video, I'm going to tell you what balls you use on different oil patterns. So hopping on in, we have these 3 different types of cover stocks. This one is a pearl, reacts something like a reactive, and then this one's a plastic, and this one's a urethane. Now the difference of these, this one is mainly for spares and it slides. This one is good for maybe medium to long oil patterns, and then this one is short to medium. First we're going to start with the most reactive, which is the pearl, and then we are going to do behind the ball and see how it reacts. So I'm standing right here at my normal standing point, and then here you go. As you saw, I hit my target, and it went kind of light on the 1-3 pocket just because I went behind the ball. So you saw that it went light, but it also curved. You might notice that it curved, and I still went straight behind the ball. So that's because there's a weight. In the lighter pound balls, there's a thing called a pancake, and that's basically a smaller version of a weight. But I think 13 pounds is where it starts, or 12, but they start having actual weight. So now we're going to start doing my normal rev rate, and then again standing at my normal standing spot. And then with my normal rev rate. So you saw I still hit in about the same place, but it went a little bit higher just because of the rev rate and the weight. Also because that weight plus rev rate equals more hook. So that's kind of why it went high. So next ball we're jumping into, which is the urethane. And then it's this. So again, I'm just going to go behind the ball, not going to hook it or anything, standing at my normal standing spot. I still added a little bit more hook than I did with the dart code, and it ended up in the same place, but it went a little bit more light than the dart code did, so that's why it's better for short patterns, not because it doesn't hook, but also it pushes down the oil. So if it's like a dry oil pattern, then you can use a pin purple or any urethane to push down the oil. And it's also good for just a house pattern if you want to do that. But now jumping into my normal rev rate at my normal standing spot with my urethane. So again, standing right here. Oh, dang. Okay, did I actually just leave them? I left the same pin. That's why I didn't get a spare. How is that even possible? So you saw it hook into the 1-3 pocket. Wait, it was really far out. So it hooked into the 1-3 pocket just because of that. Also, it also has a weight. So because of that weight, it hooks. And so that's why it went into the 1-3 pocket, even though it was on basically the one board. Not really, but it was really close. So next we're gonna go with the plastic, and you'll see why it slides. We're just gonna try this plastic, and then most plastics react the same. You can drill them where they hook more or where they hook less. So first, normal rev rate. Oh, dang. I didn't really do normal rev rate, but it's close. You can see that it's 5. So now for super high rev rate, which you should not try on one of these 2 balls, because these 2 balls are not used for high rev rate. It's only this if you're gonna use it to like do a strike or something, which I don't advise, but you can. So here goes high rev rate. What? I wasn't expecting that. It curved less than I did when the other time I did it. That was weird, but anyways, that's why ices or plastics aren't ideal for strikes. They really are good for stairs. And I would advise for you getting a urethane if you're just aiming to get 1 ball, because it's good for spares, but not ideal, but it's good for spares. And it's also pretty good for strikes. So if you're aiming to get 2, I would either advise one of these or this. I would probably advise this, a reactive or pearl or hybrid. They're basically the same thing, or a pearl. I have a pearl. Pearls react pretty good. And definitely for your second choice, definitely a plastic. Plastics are ideal for spares, and you need to have a ball for spares. You don't need it, but it's really good if you have one. So for 3, I just get my arsenal: a reactive resin, or a pearl, or a reactive, a urethane, and a plastic. So that wraps it up for today's tutorial. I hope that you learned a lot from this. I'm also still learning, so we'll get better and better as we go on with the YouTube journey. So I hope that helped you pick out what balls you should use and when you should use them. So I'll see you next time for a video, and then we'll have feature tutorials coming up soon. Hey guys, I'm so excited for my first interview. Today I'm going to interview Brian. He's one of my bowling friends who works here at Tom Bowl. And so I'm just going to ask him a few questions. So Brian, at what age did you start bowling?
16. I started 6 months ago. But yeah, I'm pretty good for 6 months.
Yeah, you are. And what has your highest game been?
My highest game was a 234.
234? Okay, that's pretty close to my high game, which was a 222.
222. Dang, and you're only 9.
Yeah. And then also, what kind of balls do you use?
So I throw a pearl, and it's 15 pounds, and I throw my orange Helios ball, it's 14, and then my spare ball is 10.
Okay. That's pretty good. Those are some pretty good balls. I saw you bowling with the orange ball too. Oh yeah, what's your favorite ball?
Probably the Helios. I got it like 2 weeks ago, and I really like it.
Oh, okay. So first, what's the funnest thing about bowling?
I would say funnest thing about bowling is either striking or bowling with friends.
Yeah, I'd say bowling with friends too. And then what's the hardest thing?
Hardest thing, picking yourself up after you're bowling bad, continuing trying to bowl good, but you're already bowling bad. It's hard to do, especially in pressure moments.
For me, it's bowling at 300.
What'd you say?
For me, it's bowling at 300.
Yeah, that's pretty hard too.
Now we're gonna do a joke. So knock knock.
Who's there?
Bowling.
Bowling who?
Bowling rocks.
Good one.